everybody. It's Pastor Rhonda. I wanted to encourage you today not to just roll with the punches, not just to be a victim of your circumstances and allow the enemy to run roughshod over us in this time. I know there's a lot of things that we can't control in this time, but there are things we can control. We can't control what the enemy does out here, and really society's response to it, meaning that, the governing authorities shut us down with COVID and all that. You can't control all that, but we can control what happens in here and in our realm of influence. Jesus has already destroyed the works of the devil. It is the reason he came. And because of that, we're not just victims of our circumstance. 1 John 3:8 in the King James says, "He that committeth sin is of the devil, for the devil sinneth from the beginning. For this purpose the Son of God was manifested, that he might destroy the works of the devil." Jesus came to destroy the works of the devil. 1 John 3:8 says, but in the Amplified Classic says, "But he who commits sin, who practices evil doing, is of the devil, takes his character from the evil one, for the devil has sinned, violated the divine law from the beginning." But this is the part I wanted to get to. The reason the Son of God was made manifest or visible was to undo, destroy, loosen, and dissolve the works the devil has done. Man, that's a good word today. Jesus came and shed his blood to destroy, to loosen, to dissolve, to undo the works of the devil. Glory to God. Everything that comes at us in life that is of the devil, Jesus has already destroyed it. He undid it. He dissolved it. He loosened it off of us. Glory to God. How do we know what works are of the devil and what works are of God? Well, that's easy. John 10:10 says, "The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. But I am come," Jesus speaking, "but I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly." If something steals, kills, and destroys, we know where it's from. It's from the enemy, the thief. And those are the things we stand against and disallow in our lives. If something brings us life and that more abundantly, then where does that come from? That comes from God. And those are the things that we allow in our life. Matthew 6:9 and 10. Jesus was teaching them to pray, and he said, "After this manner, therefore, pray ye, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven." I think everybody would agree that the will of God is done perfectly in heaven. There's no resistance there anymore to the will of God. And almost everyone would agree there's no sickness, there's no disease, there's no poverty, there's no lack, there's no constant harassment up in heaven. No, we have been redeemed from those things. They are not allowed in heaven. And Jesus said, pray that what is disallowed in heaven will be disallowed in the earth. What's allowed in heaven will be the things that are allowed in the earth. If something is trying to come into your life that would not be allowed in heaven, sickness, disease, harassment, lack, poverty, those are the things that Jesus bled and died to destroy in our lives. Hebrews 2:14 says, "For as much then as the children are partakers of flesh and blood, he also himself likewise took part of the same," referring to Jesus, "that through death he might destroy him that had the power of death," that is the devil. He destroyed the devil in his death, burial, and resurrection. He destroyed his power to rule and reign over you. In the Amplified Classic it says, "Since therefore these his children share in flesh and blood, in the physical nature of human beings, he himself in a similar manner partook of that same nature, that by going through death he might bring to naught and make of no effect him who had the power of death, that is the devil. He brought him to naught. He made him of no effect, and his works cannot be allowed in your life. The works of the enemy have no right to exist or to exercise dominion in the life of a believer. You have authority over sickness and disease and lack and discouragement and worry and fear and frustration and all the things that come to us that are not of God. Exercise your authority. Use it, because Jesus became flesh to destroy those works in our lives. He has no right. Don't let him do it.